Gourmet Again cooking show celebrating the flexitarian food lifestyle. With your host, me, Sharine Borslien. Featuring Grill Master Ron. Today's recipe, whole Lotta Lasagna. As featured in Cravings, Ravings, and Misbehavings, Comical Nonfiction by me. Visit online, www.cravingsravingsmisbehavings.com. Check it out. And now, let's get cooking. Let's talk about vegetables. We're going to put these on the grill. Zucchini, a variety of bell peppers, and eggplant, all cut into strips ranging from about 1/3 of an inch thick to maybe 1/2 inch for the eggplant, and the peppers are just halved and seeded. They're going to go on nice and easy like that. That's it. Let's get that grill going. Start by lighting the grill and then laying out your vegetables. Then grill them and turn them over. They are getting all charred and happy. Happy vegetables, happy people. We're going to do our caramelized bulbs layer right now. This is the easiest thing to do. Just melt a little tiny bit of butter and olive oil in a pan. Chop up a couple onions. We have 1½ fresh fennel bulbs chopped up. Be sure to watch these, clean them real good. And in the end, I'm going to put in some garlic, but not right now because the garlic doesn't need to go in until they're about halfway through, or even toward the end. It'll cook real fast. So you want to get them all buttery. A little bit of olive oil. You can do this without oil too, but I like just that little tiny bit of butter and olive oil. And then just cook them and stir them every few minutes for about 30 to 40 minutes until they become golden and sticky and brown on the bottom. Then we will deglaze the pan with a little bit of white wine or water. That's it. Just turn the heat to medium and we'll let it go. Alright, everyone knows that homemade sauces are the best. An easy way to make marinara is as simple as opening a can of sauce. Well, actually 3. We're going to open tomato sauce. I already have some garlic sauteing in red wine on the stove. Real simple. Follow me over here. It's ready to go. So I'm just going to start putting the sauce in. 1 can at a time. And then the 2 other most important ingredients in a marinara sauce are basil, which I have some dried basil from our garden from last year. You can make it real fancy by putting some sun-dried tomatoes in, or make it chunky with some diced tomatoes. And then my final ingredient is always crushed red pepper. You gotta get a little heat into this recipe. Let's check our vegetables on the grill. Okay, we're out here with Grill Master Ron. We'll zoom in on that. Look at that beautiful stuff. Eggplant.
Drying out.
So how long does it take to cook the vegetables?
About 10 or 15 minutes.
Okay, and you want to turn them every couple of minutes?
Yeah, after they cool down, when they're chilled down, you can feel a lot of that firm stuff out. There'll still be some roasted flavor in them. Some of these are like pretty black, but you just peel some of that stuff off and that skin off.
I've already made the veggie cheesy layer. Today I made it slightly different because I didn't have the same ingredients that I normally use, but it worked out just fine. I started with some stuff called TVP, which is textured vegetable protein, and I rehydrated it with a little bit of vegetable broth. Then I added about 2/3 of this container of fat-free ricotta cheese. I'm going to keep it nice and light. Then I added about 1/4 cup of nutritional yeast. It gives it a really nice tangy flavor. I ground up star anise. These are really cool. They look like little stars. And this is what gives it pepperoni, that special unique flavor. I also added some fresh chopped up parsley, a little bit of paprika, and the secret ingredient to kind of make it taste like sausagey and cheesy is this hickory smoke flavor that I love to use when I'm making faux sausages. So everything's all mixed together. I did throw in a little bit of Mrs. Dash. You can put in another seasoning of your liking, maybe just some ground pepper. And then I have 2 egg whites that have come to room temperature. And this will keep everything bound together as it cooks in the oven later on. Now I make this ahead of time because all these flavors will blend together really nicely and sit in the refrigerator. Sometimes I make it even overnight. So there you go. Just blend it together. And this will get spread on as a layer, of course, in our whole Lotta Lasagna. Caramelizing bulbs layer have been doing their job here for about 30 minutes, and you can see that there's some brown bits on the bottom. That means they're done. So you can see that they're kind of mushy but still sort of intact in their little pieces, but there's brown bits on the bottom. I had added the garlic at about halfway through, and now I'm going to deglaze this with a little bit of white wine. You could use water or vegetable broth, that's fine. That's it. Let them cool down. All of these layers can be done a day or 2 in advance. Or you can do it the same day if you get crazy like us and want to make lasagna art in one sweeping motion. The vegetables are grilled. They are chopped and ready for our lasagna. We are ready to layer our whole Lotta Lasagna. I started with a deep baking dish with a layer of the homemade marinara sauce. And we're just going to start by putting in some of our zucchini. We don't have to use it all. We need 2 layers of each thing. So just put about half of what you grilled or roasted if you're using in the roasting pan. So that's about half. Now we're going to finish it with the eggplant. So you're going to overlap some of the layers. Doesn't have to be perfect. You might not get 2 layers of the eggplant because it's gone at this point. Let's put a fat one right here. A skinny one right there. Okay. Then we're going to put some of the peppers. About half. Remember, about half of each layer that you grilled. Okay, it's time for some of the caramelized bulbs. This is our fennel and caramelized onions that cooked for about 30 to 35 minutes. And then I added garlic about halfway through. So we're just going to evenly distribute this over the top of the grilled vegetables. So here's how it turned out. I forgot to mention that I added about half a teaspoon of lemon pepper and some soy Parmesan cheese. So now we're just going to dump about half of this in there. This smells so good. It smells like pepperoni. You don't believe me until you do this, but you have to just try this on your own. It's going to be great. Repeat. There, that looks great. We'll finish this with some tomato sauce and throw it in the oven. And we won't put the soy cheese on until much later because the stuff gets kind of like crinkly. You know, it'll get a little hard if you cook it too long. So I like to take everything out after about 45 to 55 minutes and then put the cheese layer on and bake it for about another 5 to 10 minutes. You won't need any more than that. And this makes for great leftovers. Look at all that. Whole Lotta Lasagna. Here we go. We'll finish it up and we'll take a look at it when it comes out of the oven. Yeah. Okay, I just took the lasagna out of the oven, tested the temperature, and it's at a perfect 165 degrees. I'm gonna put the shredded soy mozzarella on top. Don't buy the pre-shredded stuff. It loses its moisture. What do you know, Sharine? You're wearing your pajamas, cooking in the kitchen on a Sunday night. Okay, but I do know what I'm talking about.
Looks good. Put that baby in the oven, melt it down, serve it up.
So, you know, this has been wrapped in foil for this last 45 minutes, but now we're going to take the foil off, that it's at proper temperature.
How long did you cook it for?
45 minutes, and my temperature was at about 400, so it was a little higher than the 375 that I recommended. It just depends. A lot of the layers I put in there were already hot, like the sauce and the caramelized onions, so you want to, you know, just kind of give yourself a, 10-15 minute window of leeway. Now we're gonna just melt the cheese, like I said, for 5 to 10 minutes. Let it sit. When you take it out of the oven for about maybe 5 minutes, just let everything just chill down. Serve it up, and just gonna be chow and happy. This stuff, it's gonna be fantastic. We'll show you the finished product. We are ready to serve our whole Lotta Lasagna. We've already served up one piece, but here's another section. And then we're going to garnish it a tiny bit. Of parsley from our garden. Look at that. So we have two beautiful plates of whole Lotta Lasagna. Steaming hot. Meanwhile, I need to get some treats to the kitties because they're going crazy. Thanks for tuning in to Gourmet Again. I'm Sharine. Thanks to Ron, cameraman, and grill master again for a fantastic job. And we hope you come back and see us again. By the way, I have a book called Cravings, Ravings, and Misbehavings. Check out the website. Whew. Well, we ate just about half of the whole Lotta Lasagna. So it'd be a whole half a Lotta Lasagna, something like that. It's absolutely phenomenal. All I can say is I am so full. Until next time, tune in to Gourmet Again. Bon appetit, or as they say in Italian, buon appetito. And we'll see you again next time on Gourmet Again. Gourmet Again cooking show is brought to you by Blipsworks Productions. Visit www.blipsworks.com. For more fun and information, don't forget to visit www.cravingsravingsmisbehavings.com and www.sharine.com. Enjoy.